What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today I'm going to talk about a fragrance. I'm going to review this fragrance, which for me was a perfect 10 out of 10 from day one. Now, barely do I find fragrances in my collection or, like my purchases, blind buy, or even after testing. I cannot really give it a perfect 10, like something's missing, something's off, like you really got to make that little compromise. But with this particular one, as you have already seen from the title, this is from the house of Xerjoff, and this fragrance is none other than Torino21. You may have seen several posts on my Instagram and on my Facebook pages, and you already know that I spoke highly of this fragrance. Now let's find out what was so important, what was so appealing about this fragrance that I really wanted to give it a 10 on 10 from day one. First, let's talk about the presentation. Now, if you know Torino21, this fragrance was offered back in 2021 during the ATP finals. It's a tennis tournament final, which is usually held in the city of Turin, and Turin is the birthplace of the house of Xerjoff. So until 2025, all the ATP finals will be held in the city of Turin. So again, Xerjoff being the official partner of the sports, so they really wanted to make something memorable, something that reminds you of that beautiful city, of this phenomenal, crowd and beautiful experience that you have at a tennis game. Now, I'm not too big of a sports fan. Like, I barely watch any sports. I mean, people who know me, they know it already. But yeah, I do understand the value of the sports because these are really prestigious events in the world. So let's not waste time. Let me show you the box and presentation real quick. So this is the outer box. It's beautiful. Like, you can tell right away that it's got this beautiful sporty kind of presentation. Inside this box, you will find the typical Xerjoff leatherette or fox leather kind of material, the XJ logo, which is in gold, and this is like I don't know, it's like not brown completely, it's more like a wine kind of color. So phenomenal stuff, like premium, extremely premium. So inside, and again, this is only for those who are new to the game, who have not owned any Xerjoff fragrances. This is only for you. So you can see the logo in there. The fragrance sits snugly in there in that notch, and you can actually pull out this notch and then maybe display your fragrance like that, like whatever way you want to put it. So that's the presentation. I have already showed you the bottle in the beginning. This is a 50 ml bottle, comes in a 50 ml size. Look at this beautiful blue, like it's a gradient of blue. It's not completely blue, if you can see it, like it's gradient. Golden cap as usual. The atomizer on it is phenomenal, and you get the XJ, the Xerjoff logo on the top. Beautiful stuff. I mean, whew, I just love it. Let's talk about the notes. So on the top, you get mint, lemon, basil, and thyme. In the mids, you got blackcurrant, lavender, rosemary, and jasmine. On the base, you have lemon verbena and musk. Now, this particular fragrance, it's a very straightforward and simple kind of composition, but the outcome is very, very beautifully done, very smooth blend. And in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it's a phenomenal fragrance. Why do I keep saying that? Like, this is like a perfect 10 on 10 fragrance. Xerjoff Torino21, it's a 10 on 10 fragrance. The reason is, usually freshies or any fragrance that has these notes tend to be a bit weaker on performance. But up front, I will tell you that Torino21 is one of those fresh fragrances that is not shy by any means when it comes to performance. Very, very long lasting, and it's one of the most pleasant and pleasurable fragrances that I've experienced so far in my entire collection. What do I get from this fragrance when I first spray it? See, when they mention mint, lemon, basil, and thyme, the immediate effect that you get is a very phenomenal and very refreshing, uplifting, and very energetic blast of citruses mixed with that mint. And this right here, the mint, it's not one of your toothpastey or, like your gum kind of spearmint kind of mint. It's not like that. It's extremely refreshing, has this cooling kind of effect on your body, on your senses. It's not like you feel the minty cool on your skin, but it kind of simulates or stimulates your senses to that point where you actually have this cooling sensation. Now, if you will know, like when you watch tennis, it's not an indoor sport, it's an outdoor sport. So usually when people are watching these sports, they're outside, out and about in the sun. There's the heat, there's humidity, right? So this is the kind of fragrance that will really bring your senses alive. You really feel very, very much energetic. It's very uplifting. It's phenomenal. The basil and thyme adds to the tad bit of spiciness, like tad bit, and the basil over here produces kind of like an herbaceous feel. Now the herbaceous feel over here, basil and thyme, it's mostly like a fougere kind of an approach, but it's not like your barbershop fougere. It's more like herbaceous feel where you have that tiny tad bit freshness of the greenery in the scene. Like you imagine there's greenery all around, there are the mountains, the air is cool and warm at the same time, there's humidity in the air, and then you feel this beautiful, uplifting and energizing scent. Now, as the fragrance is drying down, you get this blackcurrant, lavender, rosemary, and jasmine. Now, there's a floral hint to this fragrance, but it's by no means like a feminine kind of floral. It's very, very balanced, well balanced, and it's very much unisex. The blackcurrant over here definitely gives you a tiny bit of sweetness as well as the fruitiness. Now remember, this fragrance, I found it to be mostly dominant in the citrus and the minty freshness. It's mostly in that department. So when the blackcurrant comes in as the fragrance is drying down, you get this beautiful fruity, citrusy and minty thing, which is just very, very lovable. The fragrance is very much a juicy kind of a fragrance. It's by no means, it's not at all dry. It gives you a very much alive, very much energetic kind of a feel, which I found that most of the fragrances, freshies, whatever I've used, this is something that's really missing. Like when you use this fragrance, you feel alive, you feel very energized. A couple of weeks ago, I reviewed the Fragrance du Bois New York Intense. I said that fragrance was something that's very much alive. This is another one I found like totally by chance. I blind bought it and totally satisfied with this fragrance. Torino 21 as it's drying down. There's the presence of lemon verbena, which is again a clean, citrusy, aromatic kind of a herbaceous feel. And the presence of musk. Like I don't find this fragrance to be very musky, but it's like a tiny tad bit somewhere here and there. But the whole fragrance is mostly composed and surrounded by the freshness of mintiness, herbaceousness, green, and very like tad bit fruity, sweet combination. Absolutely love it. Now, the best part about this fragrance is I've tested this for a couple of times, and then what I noticed is that it performed really, really well during the colder days here in New York City. And then there were these days like, New York weather's all over the place, all over the charts. It's going hot one day and then it's super freezing cold another. So I did get the opportunity to try it on the days where it got really warm. Let me tell you something. This fragrance will best perform when it comes to humidity, when it comes to heat. Because the moment your body heats up, the moment the humidity kicks in, the moment your body starts sweating, this fragrance just kicks in. Now, if you will know, like athletes, when they're out and about, they're playing their game, doing their workouts, playing the sport, whatever it is, like they're sweating, they're moving around. So remember, Xerjoff being the official partner of this prestigious tennis tournament, ATP. So what they did here was like, I'm pretty sure this is what they had in mind. They developed something where the freshness, the energetic vibe, the cleanliness, and the beautiful uplifting feel that you get from a fragrance will not die out as you move around more, you sweat, you're like heavily into physical activity. It's not gonna go. That's the best part. And with that in mind, that's why I'm pretty sure that's why Torino 21 just has that lasting power. Phenomenal stuff. Like, I really love it. I mean, I don't know, I really need to get more backup bottles of this before this thing runs out, or it's get discontinued or anything. They have a Torino 2022, and I'm pretty sure in 23 they are going to go in a series. I'm pretty sure, because like I said, 2021 all the way to 2025, Xerjoff is going to be the official ATP partner for this tennis tournaments. So guys, that was my take on Torino 21 from the house of Xerjoff. If you have this fragrance, let me know in the comments section what are your experiences. If you don't have it, if you're planning to buy, let me know in the description, in the comments below. In the comments below, if my review helped you. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel for more upcoming reviews. So until the next video guys, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.